You see, I like butterflies. Do you like butterflies? If you don't like butterflies, please correct your liking. You gotta like butterflies, man. Right? Like, I love butterflies. Like, isn't it? Do you see, like, there's something mysterious about the butterfly because they appear spontaneously. And they go, it's like, and they're so flamboyant and they're so, right? And there is no, they're not shy really. It's like, I am here, I'm gonna show myself off. And this butterfly, when you look at these butterflies, you know, the caterpillar turns into the butterfly, so not all the cells in the caterpillar's physiology become the butterfly, right? There's some parts of the caterpillar which get activated as the caterpillar starts to die, the rest of the cells start to die, and these other cells say, no way, Jose. It's not going on. And these cells activate and they find each other. The rest of the cells just die. And then these cells become the butterfly. Yes? As somebody great, I don't know who, once said, if the universe is interested in flying, it will fly. Which bird? That is flexible. The universe will fly. If the universe is ready to walk, it will walk. Which fish walks? That's debatable. Yes? So, as we are awakening, that's what we are in that sense, you see. The whole cannot evolve but as its own finite expressions. The whole can only evolve as finite. It cannot evolve as a whole. Yes or no? The infinite can only evolve through its finite values. The timeless can only evolve within time. And within time is what? Finite values. Anything that exists in time exists as finite. It comes in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So each and every one of us represent those cells within the caterpillar that is this greater earth's body. And as we are awakening, we start to attract each other. And that which is not evolving becomes irrelevant. And nature does away with that. And that which is evolving thrives. And it turns into a butterfly. Nature is pro-evolution. When it reaches the human state, it is evolution of the wisest. Not the fittest, but the wisest. The wiser you get, the more you thrive. This is not something you need to believe in. You need to practice it. Practice being wise and see yourself thrive. Yes or no? And well, guess what happens? As you anchor yourself in your own inner wisdom, you naturally start to find other people. Has anybody ever had that? How many of you have had that? Like, as you started to awaken in your own self, some of your old caterpillar friends just started to drop. And some of you might even say, like, what's wrong with you? You have changed. You don't like to come out and just get smashed anymore. You don't come with us to happy hour to get totally unconscious so we can be happy for a little while. Has anybody ever had that? So what happens? Naturally, that which is no more evolving in your own field starts to drop. And then you have to have the ability of staying power. You have to have that staying power. As you have that staying power, you naturally start to draw in more and more people. And as we reach a critical mass, the earth starts to evolve. The collective consciousness starts to evolve. For there is no isolated value of awareness, ultimately. There is no isolated value of awareness. All, as we were discussing this morning, all consciousness species and all members of all consciousness species are arising from that cosmic field of consciousness. Even on a physiological level, there is no boundary. All boundary is nothing but a illusion arising at a certain level of observation. Yes or no? There is nothing called boundaries. Boundaries are only at a very finite level of observation. You tune in the observation in either direction, whether you expand it or contract it. Just on the 5 sensory level of observation, boundaries dissolve. So as we evolve, the whole starts to evolve through us. Definitely. Absolutely. And in our tradition, we say that your awakened consciousness is one of the highest gift you can offer into the world. And as we are really sincerely, when I say sincere, that doesn't mean we have to be all serious. See? We can be joyous and laughing and take ourselves lightly, but we are very sincere. As we sincerely start to awaken, we start to lift up the collective consciousness state. Absolutely. When we reach a critical mass, the whole starts to change. As more and more people around the planet start to meditate, as more and more people start to just get into the deeper yogic teachings, we find naturally more and more people are getting interested in not killing mammals. Yes or no? More and more people, it's becoming a common conversation where people are just saying, okay, this is inhuman. There can be a better way of living. Are we aware of this or not? This was not a discussion going on even 3 decades ago in certain parts of the world. Food meant mammals. Are you aware of this or not? So why is this happening? Because there is more and more people who are genuinely awakening. We are seeing that more and more of people are becoming accepting of different sexual preferences. Yes? Not too long ago, just to have a different sexual preference was a taboo. Not to, in certain places, still, it is a huge issue. Yes or no? But we find, because as those of us who are evolving, we are serving, even though you might not personally know someone, but just because you're awakening and enlivening your heart, you're helping a person. And we find a world which is more accepting, slowly, slowly. Yes or no? Don't believe everything is on Facebook. The world is progressing. What is the proof? You are. You are the proof. Yes or no? You are the proof of it. You are the living testimony that there is evolution going on at an accelerated rate on our planet. Just look at this hall, how diverse it is. Yes? How many countries? We have to look at how many countries. Does anybody know how many countries? Figure out. Yes? Tomorrow. It's a trap. Just look at the diversity of this room. Different backgrounds, different stories, different colors, different sexual identities, different tastes and different flavors, and yes? This is not like a uniform group of people. This is extremely diverse, with a shared intention of evolving. Not always comfortable. Yes or no? Even in the midst of such beauty and such loving people, you still have to face your own unresolved issues. Yes? You still have to face your unresolved issues, and they can rise up as anything, really. But the whole is supremely interested in evolving, because as you evolve, you thrive, you gain greater and greater support from nature. And when you resist the call to evolve, you suffer. And you design suffering for yourself, and you design suffering for your fellow beings. When we suffer, we don't suffer in isolation. Yes or no? Even if we lock ourselves in the room, our suffering gets out into the field. Your mother, your father, your relations, they all suffer. Yes or no? And when we ignite our heart, you don't ignite that alone also. You naturally radiate it out into the field. You touch people's lives, you touch people's heart, you naturally make people's world better for them. Yes or no? So the whole earth is definitely, this is kind of a bigger butterfly. Yes? And I love butterflies. And I hope you do too. Hari Om Tat Sat.